Amanda Knox and her former boyfriend, Rafael Solecito, will go back for a retrial, according to a decision by the 5 Supreme Court judges that just came out a moment ago. They will not, however, be held, or she will not be retried for defamation. She had been charged and convicted for defamation against the Italian police, claiming that she was subject to brutality during the interrogation. So just to recap, Zane, Amanda Knox and Raffaele Solecito will go back for a retrial in Italy.
Will the U.S. agree to any extradition if it comes to that for Amanda Knox or not?
Well, in these cases, they look at each case one by one. There is an extradition treaty between the United States and Italy, but Italy has to make a formal request to the U.S. government. Will they agree? We don't know. But certainly we do understand, Zane, that the United States government was not altogether happy with how the trial was conducted. So that particular issue is very much up in the air. She can be tried in absentia, however, and if there is a retrial, and of course now we know there will be, that could be the case. She could be tried in absentia. Zane?
What was the argument that the prosecution was making about why there needed to be a retrial, and how would they treat the evidence that existed at the time differently in any kind of a retrial? Do you know?
Well, what the prosecution argued yesterday was that the acquittal was the 3rd October 2011 acquittal of the 2 defendants was based upon sort of a selective use of the evidence in the case. Their argument is if you take a broad look at all the evidence that was collected in the course of the investigation, that it amounts to enough evidence to convict both Amanda Knox and Raffaello Solecito.
And what about the Italian people that you've talked to, Ben? What are they saying about Amanda Knox again? Are they gripped by this like many were months ago?
Not so much. I think the Italian people have much more difficult issues to deal with right now. What with the economic crisis, Italy still has no government. There's a mess, and of course, they're watching closely the situation in Cyprus. Somehow, when you look at the broad range of problems facing this country, the trial of a pretty young American who perhaps killed a pretty young British student seems rather less important at the moment.